What's up, Aquarius? It's your girl D here with 8th House Energy, here to bring you your solar return, not solar return, but your solar eclipse reading for June. Now, the solar eclipse is on June 10th, okay? Solar eclipse is like a new moon on steroids, right? And you know, with new moons, it's all about manifestation, affirmations, putting a good intention out there. It's like a redial, a refresh, right? Times 12. So this is a major energy that we need to take advantage of in reference to starting new projects, starting over. And I'm going to go over how that may be affecting you based on the house that you have the solar eclipse in. Now, the house that we are all having the solar eclipse in is in the house of Gemini. For you, that's your 5th house. So I'm going to pull a rune that talks about the overall energy in reference to what may be a focus, and then I'll pull an oracle card. Oh wow, okay. Who got that? Somebody else just got that. I forget who got that. I think it was it Aries or was it Pisces? Anyway, I'm gonna pull an oracle, a gypsy oracle, to clarify. And I'm going to also pull an Uno card to clarify. Yes, Uno card. Yeah, I'm the type of reader I can read, you know, there's all types of divination tools out there. You don't have to just read tarot, you know. And if you're blessed with the gift, then you are. It is what it is. Right? All right. So, in your 5th house, we currently have Mercury in retrograde. Mercury is our processing center. It's the way that we look at things. It's our logical mind. It's in reverse right now. And when Mercury's in reverse, you know, we think about people coming back from the past. We think about past situations that usually the situations that we think about or are situations that moved us in a positive way or that were not so good. Mercury also rules, you know, your environment. As far as maybe where you grew up, your local environment, your neighborhood. I like to call it your neighborhood, okay? It also deals with your extended family. Not necessarily extended because you're talking about brothers and sisters, but you're talking about stepsisters, stepbrothers. You're talking about brothers-in-law, sister-in-law. We're talking about aunties, uncles, cousins, nieces, nephews, grandmas, grandpas. That's what the Gemini house deals with. So we have Mercury in retrograde there. We also have the sun in Gemini because it is Gemini season. So wherever the sun is, that's the season we're in. All right. So the lunar eclipse is going to be in Gemini as well. So the solar eclipse is going to be in Gemini as well. So the solar eclipse is the moon. So we have the sun and the moon in the same house, along with Mercury retrograde. So with the sun and the moon in one house, that's beautiful energy because it's ultimately yin and yang, the balancing out of energies in this house. So the 5th house talks about instant gratification. It talks about love affairs. It talks about your one-night stands, your third-party situations, your sexual liaisons. It also talks about your children. It talks about the speculative market, so anything from Wall Street to going to the casino, playing a lottery ticket at the convenience store. It talks about creativity, your creative energy, your creative juices. All right, so that's what we're dealing with the 5th house. And so with Mercury there could be reminiscing about some things related to that energy. But the rune that we have that we're dealing with is the rune called Manaz. It's spelled M as in Mary, A, N as in Nancy, N as in Nancy, A as in Apple, Z as in Zebra. There are a total of 25 different runes. Each rune has its own unique symbol. This particular rune represents number 20. Now, the number 20 in the major arcana, when we're talking about tarot, is judgment. And it's interesting because, Pluto represents judgment. And Pluto's in retrograde right now. For you, it's in retrograde in your 12th house. Okay. But we're talking about judgment. So judgment represents power and control struggles. Okay. But this card talks about humanity. It talks about belonging, society, intellect, individualism, human nature, humankind, achieving personal growth, building healthy communities, intellectual clarity, connecting to the higher self, individual members of a whole. So this could talk about family because the next line says social family responsibility, awareness of one's self, and then human thought and rationality. Okay, so when we're talking about this in the house of Gemini for you, we have that clarified with the prison card that came out in reverse. Okay, and we have that clarified with the Ace of Pentacles. This is my Ace of Pentacles card from my Uno deck. All right, so when we're talking about this Manaz energy here, like I said, we're talking about belonging to, making judgment in reference to where you belong. It also talks about your individualism and connecting to a higher self and achieving personal growth. So for some of you, this is you not feeling trapped because, you know, the fifth house talks about things that you do for fun, things that make you happy, things that bring joy into your life, right? Things that you like to do for fun, vacation, whatever you like to do for fun is the fifth house. This is the house of fun, right? So prison here is in reverse. So for some of you, you are coming out of feeling trapped, not being able to express yourself and have fun and be who you truly want to be. I feel like it's because maybe, you know, Aquarius, you're not one who's normally, you normally follow what everybody else follows anyway, you know, as far as the Aquarius energy. It's one that is all about forward movement. It's one that's all about forward movement. I feel like for some of you, long story short, let me just get to the point. Some of you are coming out of a lot of connections, okay? Some of you are coming out of third-party situations. Whether you were the third party in the scenario or whether you are in a relationship and there's a third party involved. Some of you may want to be free, okay? Because the Leo energy, well, the fifth house, it talks about, you know, being free, being leisurely, having fun. And so some of you want that. And for some of you, you want that in a relationship. Some of you may want an open relationship. Some of you may not want to be in a serious relationship, which is why some of you were in scenarios where there was more than one party as far as the love affairs, because that's what the fifth house rules, love affairs. All right. You are the opposite energy of the fifth house. You rule long-term committed relationships, long-term friendships, things like that, where the fifth house is the opposite. It rules short-term affairs. You know, fetishes, sexual fetishes, all of that goes under the fifth house. So I feel like for some of you, you are realizing you no longer want to be trapped in a relationship where maybe your partner's dealing with other people. For others of you, you may feel like you don't want to be in a relationship where you are a third wheel. For others of you, you are feeling like you don't want to be in a monogamous relationship, period. You may want to have fun. Whatever it is that you don't want, you're releasing yourself from that prison. That's why the prison card is in reverse. That's what I'm feeling. And with the Ace of Pentacles here, that is a gift from the universe, the Ace of Pentacles. Pentacles can, to me, represent time. They represent energy. They represent big ticket items. I feel like for some of you, you need to play the lotto too. Play the lotto, play casino, go to the casino, okay? Go to the casino, play a lottery ticket. I feel like you will be lucky, all right? So I would definitely do that. But yeah, I feel like this is, you know, some of you no longer want social and family responsibilities. Some of you are just focused on, you want to just be focused on you, focused on yourself. Put energy, time, effort, and energy into you. Right? And not worry about responsibilities of others. I feel like some of you have always been worried about and taking care of others, and now you're just like, you know what, I'm going to take a break from that prison, and I'm just going to focus on me. So some of you might be going out, splurging on yourself, traveling, taking vacations, you going to see your grandkids, going to see your kids, because, you know, the fifth house rules children. Some of you, you know, you may be excited if you're teachers to get back into school and to teach. Maybe you felt uncomfortable while COVID was going on because maybe you enjoy your classroom environment, you enjoy your students. And some of you are now realizing that you're coming out of that energy where you don't have to, you know, you can go back to teaching now. But yeah, I really feel like somebody should be playing a lotto, playing a ticket, going to the casinos, doing that as well. Yeah, judgment here. Rule number 20 talks about judgment. The number 20 talks about judgment for the major arcana. And also the number 2 talks about the second house, which is about self-value, self-worth, and money-making opportunities. So again, I feel a strong emphasis on playing a lotto, playing, going to the casino, investing. If you're investing, and you're in the stocks and things like that, invest. Okay, if you got a couple dollars, I feel like some of you are going to come into some money. All right. So that's what I got for you with that. So let's see the energies. Let's pull a card for the energies that you would want to embody in order to take advantage of this. You do want to do your affirmations on June 10th, 11th, and 12th. Whatever way you do your affirmations. Some people write things down and they put it in a box. Some people just write things down in a special notebook. Some people do it on parchment paper and then they go out at night, late at night, and they read it and then burn it. But whatever you do, it's all about bringing in new things. It's all about new changes, new starts, just everything new. All right. So the energy you would need to, so you need to keep it to yourself, whatever it is that you're doing. Whatever you're spending money on or treating yourself, or how much money you got, or whatever it is that makes you happy, do that, and you don't have to explain yourself is what I'm feeling here. But I also feel the energy of other people's money with the 8th house. So this could be about an inheritance. Some of you could be inheriting something, okay? There could be your tax money coming in, all right? The government stipends or whatever the government is giving out. You might be next on the list because from what I understand, whatever may get approved next may not, it may not be for everybody. I think the payments in July that start for getting money for your dependents, that starts in July. So not all of us are getting that. Those of us who don't have dependents ain't getting that. So some of you may be getting that. Okay, and it may bring more money in. So as a result, you need to keep that to yourself. Don't let people know what you got, because then people are going to come to you asking you for money, like you've been doing for your family and whomever forever. And now it's time for you to treat yourself. Now it's time for you to have fun and do what it is that you do. Some of you, your children are grown now. So this is all about you realizing it's time for you to do you and invest in you and have fun. So with that being said, that is your reading for your solar eclipse. If you need a personal, reach out to me. Information's in the box below. Don't forget to check the solar eclipse reading that I did for us as a whole, as far as everybody, because that's going to give you real specific information as to how, what we're going to be seeing, as far as what's going to be going on around you, as well as what you may be experiencing internally. All right, so if it resonated, please click the like button. If you would like to leave a message on how it resonates, please feel free to do so. Any negative comments are going to be removed and you're going to be blocked. Any negative comments towards me and how I read, or towards my channel, or towards anybody in the 8th house energy community, and sign bashing. I don't, Aries, all Aries are this, or all Virgos are that. I'm going to delete that comment. But if you're bashing and disrespecting people or me or my channel, I'm going to block you so you can't come back, okay? Some people are internet bullies. They like to come into the comments and take their frustrations out on others because their life sucks. This is not the channel for it. We're not going to tolerate that here. We want positive vibes. We want people to come here and be able to express themselves freely in reference to how the reading resonates, whether it's your experience or someone you know. So with that being said, the siren is telling me to wrap it up, B. So I'm going to wrap it up. I'll see you guys in the next reading. Peace out, Aquarius.